Hello everyone, Sky here. Black Swan, the first limited DPS of the 2.x version of Penacony in HSR. Today, we will take a look at her 1 year after her release, both at E0 and at E6. Black Swan is a 5-star win agility character, the second limited dot character after Kafka, and it's what brought DOT back in a way when she came out. But then what happened? Dot kind of fell off. It is really devastating. The DPS that was said to be dealing too much damage, and there is no content yet that requires this much damage, as said here by Pride1. Now, 1 year later, let's see if she can even clear today's endgame on both E0 and E6.
Wait a minute!
Well, of course, she definitely can clear on E6, just that. Will it be OP? Who knows? Okay, my Black Swan is E6 S5. So for the E0 showcase, I'll be borrowing a friend's account. So let's just get started. First E0, I'm gonna skip MOC because MOC has nothing to favor against dot at all. There's like no double weakness. And yeah, as you can see, this is why I decided to not show the MOC, because I tried it on the E6 account first, and it took quite a lot of cycles, almost 5 cycles. So I think the E0 S0 is going to be really bad, and I'm not sure if I want to show it. You can see I am doing the mechanics, I'm filling the spears. So yeah, as you can see, okay, technically it's a 4 cycle, but if I'm using E6 S5 and I'm taking 4 cycles, right, a full E0 S0 team is going to be more than 5 cycles, and I don't think that is something I would like to show, because it will be a long battle.
Oh no!
Okay, let's calm down. What?!
Done!
While PF also doesn't have it, Black Swan is really good in PF because Arcana can just spread. That is for if you have E2. So I'm gonna show E0 this time. I believe this Black Swan is E0. Yes, okay. So this is the best team. On my main, I will not have Ho-Ho. I'll be using Luocha. So I will just show Dot's best form. I believe this Robin is also E0. Yes, a completely relatable team. E0 S0, E0 S0, E0 S0. The Kafka is like clone, but I don't think it really matters. And E0. Yeah, so builds will be end. And let's put someone random, let's put Luocha. This buff, I'll be using the same buff, and I also will be doing APOC on the second half. So let's get started.
该说再见了。感谢命运的指引。站好了。今夜结心，回响。落日之势，水面下便是无尽深渊。 说再见了。记住呼吸的感觉。 说再见了。最强之战。水面下便是无尽深渊。希望师姐放轻松，小心都干掉吧。站好了。今夜结心，回响。美妙的时光该说再见了。
什么鬼？老子走你！
想了解什么？落日之势。记住呼吸的感觉。又要拖后腿了。
Okay, we're on our last cycle. And we're still on the second wave. It's not too good. Oh, and got crowd controlled. Very unlucky. So you didn't have the divine protection now.
美妙的时光该说再见了。
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the boss.
别走！
水面下
Probably have saved it out, but yeah, too late. So yeah, whether I save that out or not, there's no way this side is going to even get 30k, unfortunately. Oh no. Forgot about the follow-up attack. Yep, so as you can see, we can't even hit 30k with top. And then E0 S0 team. So now let's try APOC. Okay, now APOC, same team. Here on this buff. This side because it has wind and lightning. So let's go. Okay, so our first problem is this team doesn't have Ruan Mei. So it's going to be very slow to break Ventilator, but let's see. You can see even the flowers are very slow.
时光仅以该说再见了。
Managed to clear the flowers. One of the flowers for 3 toughness. Fortunately, the problem with this team is because Ho sustain is not that great, so she constantly needs to heal, especially to keep up the divine protection. So most of the time your Black Swan is only going to use basic, and my Black Swan just died. Alright, be right back. Okay, I believe we were around here, I believe, when she summoned the second set of flowers. So as you can see, we still have a SP problem. It's very unfortunate because we are using Robin instead of Run E.
什么鬼？老子走你！
So Robin does provide more damage. In APOC, I would still use Ruan Mei because of the weakness breaking efficiency, and she can still generate skill points for you. Whereas Robin, she's not gonna help you in the skill point department. Okay, we finally break. Very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna release the out first. I don't want to waste energy. Here we can basic. I'm gonna keep the out for the second phase because as you can see this epiphany is still up, so I don't waste it. And here we out immediately because action value. There is no cycles here, it's just action value. You see, she keeps the stacks. So here I'm going to out, so that before she takes a turn, she will keep these stacks. She keeps the 38 stacks. So whether you are E1, E0, E6, oh, it resets. Okay, never mind. Scratch what I said. But anyway, let's say she kept her stacks. Okay, regardless of if you're E1, E0, E6, right? It is quite possible to stack to 50. That's why you will see later that even at E6, right, your damage is still going to be the same whether you are E0 or you're E6. The only damage increase is from E1, which is the rest band. Now the real question is, can we survive? Because Ho sustain is really sus. I know a lot of people like to say that Ho is like, whoa, she's so underrated and all that, you know. Now, hot take is, well, she has very good buffs. Her sustain is just really not it, honestly. Especially in nowadays when the mobs start to hit a lot of damage. You see? Her sustain is just simply not enough. Now you could argue that when out...
Oh shit. Here we go again.
You see, my Black Swan died again. I'm gonna try with Luocha, right, and we see whether this will be a recurring problem, okay?
A few moments later.
I believe we are back at where we were before we passed away with Ho. So as you can see, the first problem we got in the DOT team, which actually is kind of solved by Ho. Robin does not have enough energy to even maintain out, not even close. And if I were to skill here, Kafka will not be able to skill, so the only thing I can do is basic.
水面下便是不尽深渊。美妙的时光总该说再见了。
Is this gonna break? Okay, maybe if we break the flower.
放轻松，
Yep, this should be able to break.
既定的轨迹。斜月急奏，
You see, our score is really bad.
回响。
I know it's because we're using Luocha, but you know, the amount of deaths I got with Ho-Ho, I'm done, man.
该说再见了。
It just cannot sustain. So for those that want to say that all Ho-Ho needs to do is basic, it's just completely bullshit. You're either playing her in a team that can kill fast enough that you don't really have to care about using the skill much, or you just have Eidolons, or you're not playing the endgame. So sad. And yeah, so atrocious score. Okay, let's say that, you know, I'm a terrible player, okay, let's say, okay, and you can play better than me, so let's say you add 200 to the score. I don't think 1.4k is really that great, but I digress. This is E0 S0 after all, and I'm using a Luocha, but you can see that the damage of Dot is so low. They need a buff, like seriously. Buff Black Swan, buff Kafka, I don't know, just buff Dot. Just give another character or something. Like, Ho-Ho is not even a Dot healer, let's be real. She just gives energy and she gives attack, which I guess that's what Dot wants. But she's not really a dedicated Dot buffer. Or Dot sustain rather. And neither is Ruan Mei and neither is Robin. So let's move on to E6 and see if it even dominates content at E6, I don't know. Okay, so this will be the team I'll be running with for the E6 testing. Kafka, which is E0, E6 Black Swan, Robin is E1 because I can't turn it off obviously. And then just E0 S0 Luocha for the sustain. The builds will be at the end as usual. So let's see what the Eidolons do. So this is basically like a rare spend. This is good for PF, so whenever the mob dies, they will transfer the Arcana. This is to fix her energy. And this is, it makes your entire team be able to apply Arcana. So Black Swan is the only 2.x character I believe where her E6 is, I would say is the weakest. Because there's like no additional damage, there's no rest spend, there's nothing. It just makes your whole team be allowed to stack Arcana. Basically stack faster. So if an E0 or even an E2 Black Swan is able to stack to 50, they're gonna do the same damage. Because E4 does nothing. And E5 and E3, it kinda does nothing because, to be honest, this extra damage, right, on the skill and ultimate, it does nothing. The damage you want is from the DOT. So it doesn't really help that much. And yeah, I am not using Ruan Mei because even though I feel Ruan Mei is better, my Ruan Mei is E6 and I don't want this to be a Giga Whale showcase, I just want this to be only on Black Swan herself. So yeah, let's begin. Oh, I'm using this buff, speed. Because this team is going to run up SP, even if Luocha, I'm pretty sure.
来雪，演出开始。
Alright, let's begin.
聆听生命的钟，弦乐齐奏。
该清算了。
Getting rid of the traffic lights first because they're annoying.
想了解什么？乱运之事。
看见了。
美妙的时光总有尽头，该说再见了。愿歌声带来胜利。清晰，回响。
我前来送行。 有民被使者在阴。
索性都干掉吧。美妙的时光总该说再见了。
你们选错了对手。
落日之势。不曾承受代价。水面下，便是无尽深渊。
273k with 50 stacks. Now that might look like it's a lot, but nowadays, you know, your E0 DPS can do way more than that. Let's be honest. So here, I'm actually going to go for the boss because he's on 50 stacks. So it's better to trigger this than to just kill 2 mobs. 250k. That was the bleed. Most of it was from the bleed. $2 million. Okay, that was mostly from the bleed. That's not Black Swan or Kafka's damage. I'm gonna play that back at like half the speed and you can see. Okay, 1%. So, finish it off. No Arcana damage because Cocolia already died. So we barely cleared it and we were running an E6 character. Okay, same team as PF, using the dot buff against Ventilia, cause this is the only side with lightning and wind weakness. Yep, this one doesn't matter. You just go. Okay. So let's see how our E6 dot Black Swan does against current endgame APOC. 1 year later. This is the final one. So I can tell you the first problem, right? We're gonna take a long time to break because there's no Ruan Mei. So if you're running her with Ruan Mei, then it's fine.
万籁共鸣，记住呼吸的感觉。
我前来送行。
站好了，命运并非选择，不想起来。群星回响，说到是
百花盛放。
美妙的时光，该说再见了。水面下便是无尽深渊。放轻松，想了解什么？
幼年被生长在你。
Out here for the toughness. Just basic here.
朝生暮死。
选择的对手。
站好了，命运并非选择。
By the defense down first, then we
妙的时光，
use Kafka's out.
愿歌声带来胜利。
必是天色。
喉咙舒服多了。水面下便是无尽深渊。
我前来
Okay, here we can break with Luocha. Now use Robin's out, so we don't waste action value.
回响。记住你的一切，
Okay.
不想起来。美妙的时光，该说再见了。
Okay, that phase to the second.
"水面下便是无尽深渊。站好了，索性都干掉吧。
幼年生长在你。
美妙的时光，该说再见了。是时候结束了。
百花盛放。
谢谢，
长发
你是个好人。恶意之心，万籁共鸣。水面下便是无尽深渊。放轻松，命运玄机。
Okay, a bit slow here. Takes on to a turn first. Fortunately.
不想起来。美妙的时光，该说再见了。
幼年被主生长在你。
Alright, that should break here. Okay, I'm going out here to stack the thing to 50. And then Kafka should be able to take it out.
该说再见了。
500k. That's with the bound, by the way. So we got 1647. which honestly my F2P account can score almost as good as this. So this is not a comparison that whether my F2P account's DPS are better, but you know what we just used is an E6 Black Swan. DOT needs a buff, boys and girls. Okay guys, so that was it. Dot on E0 and E6 1 year later.
舍弃无用的路，
If you can see, E0 is struggling so hard that they can't even get a good score on either. And even E6 is barely clearing. At least in PF, I hit the last cycle before I cleared. Compared to the new characters. Of course, it's not really fair to compare them to the new characters since they're so old. But like, Dot has really been shafted by Hoyo. And I thought this would be an interesting video to show you guys Black Swan, which is the very first character of 2.x. And if you look at the trends from most Hoyo games, it just seems that the first patch characters, they seem to be kind of bad, don't you think? Like, you see 1.0, we have, what's her name again? Sila, whatever you call it. She also kind of fell out. Okay, ignore this. I'm borrowing the relics on someone else. Just focus on the character in front of you. Yeah, she was not that great. And then the second character was it Jingyuan, I think. But he's an exception because he's Hoyo's favorite child, so he gets buffs every patch. And I guess Sunday makes him playable now, somewhat. Not that he's meta or anything. Then 2.x, you see Black Swan died in game.
舍弃无用的路，
Sparkle got annihilated by Chicken Wing Boy and his sister as well. Basically got annihilated by both of the Charmander siblings. And sorry, there's a lot of ends. We look at Genshin.
尽力似乎
Let me switch to Genshin actually. Okay, if you look at Genshin, sorry if you guys only watch HSR and this is like a foreign thing to you. So the first character, Venti, I don't think he's that useful anymore. Okay, don't quote me for that because I'm kind of like a tourist. And then 2.x, I believe it's Ayaka and Ruan Mei, I think. They're not really that meta anymore. 3.x, Tainari became a standard banner character. 4.x, I think it's Lini. Not gonna say he's bad or anything, but he's clearly not meta. Now 5.x, okay, which is like pretty recent. Molani is still good. And yeah, you can see there's some sort of a trend here that the first banner character in the game. Let me switch back to HSR. Oh yeah, so if you notice the trend, the first banner characters in most Hoyo games. Okay, I can't say for Zenless Zone 0 and Honkai Impact since I don't really play those games, but it seems that the first patch of every version, the characters just end up becoming like really like mid-shafted rather, I would say. Now I do know that D Herter is a emanator, and people can say that Aglaya is kinda, she sucks without her Iwa and all that, you know. I'm not gonna debate that again. But this makes me a little worried about people who are thinking that D Herter is kind of future-proof. Which I already can point out some problems with her character kit, which I am going to talk about it in another video when 3B comes out. So look forward to that. But yeah, this makes me a little bit worried about the first patch characters. You know, power creep and HP inflation and all that aside, but it seems to be a trend that the first patch characters, they're just gonna shaft it and then replace it with some power creep stuff in future patches. Which, yeah, it's kind of sad. It makes you feel like if you see a new patch, you're supposed to be excited for the region, like, you know, Penacony, you know, this whole space, sorry, I'm not American, so Sorry if I get this wrong, like Vegas, something like that. And then Amphorios, this whole mysterious land. And you're so hyped, you want to play the new story, you put the first character, but you know, knowing that the first character is going to be mid, then you just skip, even if you like their design. It's kind of sad, but you know, this is a gacha game. And yeah, I will talk more about the hurter problem in the video about 3B, which will, I don't know when it will come out. I will talk about it when her banner drops and I've played with her a bit. But looking at the early kit and all that, I do have some thing to talk about 3B, and it will involve the hurter as well. It's also a hot take, of course. But yeah, look forward to it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. See you guys in the next video, and bye bye.